"In every end, there is a beginning," Seneca once wrote, and never has that truth felt more urgent than now. Let me ask you something. What if in just 7 days you could rebuild yourself from the ground up? Not polish a few flaws, not tweak the edges. I'm talking about a full metamorphosis, so radical, so intentional, that even your closest friends would pause and ask, "Who are you?" This isn't about hype. It's not a motivational sugar rush. It's a deliberate, raw, unflinching plan to reforge your identity from the inside out. You don't need a lifetime. You don't need luck. You need 7 days of unyielding dedication and a decision so clear it cuts through every excuse you've ever made. When those 7 days are over, you won't be the same. You'll walk differently, speak differently, think differently. Because the truth is, transformation doesn't wait. It doesn't unfold gently over years. It strikes in an instant, in one decisive moment where you stop asking life to change and instead you change yourself. The future version of you, the one you admire, the one you know you're capable of becoming, is not hidden in the distant fog of someday. That version must be forged now, through action, through courage, through sacrifice. No more waiting, no more stalling. This week, you reclaim your power. You will destroy the old version of you, the one built on hesitation, distraction, and compromise, and replace it with one rooted in discipline, clarity, and unwavering purpose. You don't need a reset button. This is it. But make no mistake, this will demand all of you. There is no half effort here, no dipping a toe into change. This requires full immersion, a psychological war against who you've been, and an unbreakable commitment to who you're becoming. If you're ready to stop shrinking, if you're done waiting for life to fix itself, if you're willing to give everything for just one chance at becoming the strongest version of yourself, then listen carefully. Your transformation doesn't start next month, or next Monday, or when you feel ready. It begins now. Day 1. Destroy the old self. Before you build, you must burn. No structure can rise on a foundation that is cracked. No transformation is real until the old version of you has been stripped bare, torn down with ruthless honesty, and left behind. Not in regret, but in deliberate sacrifice. Today you begin a war. Not with the world, not with the people who doubted you, but with the most dangerous opponent you've ever faced, the version of you that has kept you small, the self built from excuses, comfort, and quiet resignation, the self you've outgrown, yet continue to carry like a dead weight. Stoic transformation begins with truth, and the truth is this: you have tolerated too much, tolerated distraction, tolerated mediocrity, tolerated narratives that whisper, "Maybe someday." That ends today. From this point forward, you will take radical ownership of your life. No more blaming circumstances, no more hiding behind the past. You must now confront every thought, habit, and behavior that has kept you from becoming who you were meant to be. And do not do it passively. Write it all down. Every excuse you've leaned on, every behavior you've normalized that chips away at your greatness. The late mornings, the wasted hours, the emotional crutches dressed up as rest. Name them, expose them, literally, physically, symbolically. Burn that page, tear it into pieces, bury it. Because change must be made real. Your mind learns through action, not just thought. When you destroy the symbols of your old self, your subconscious begins to understand, we are not going back. This is your psychological funeral, not of your life, but of the identity that can no longer follow you into the future. And I warn you, this process will hurt. It must. The mind resists change because it fears the unknown. Your comfort zones will scream. Your old patterns will reach for you like hands dragging you back into the mud. But the Stoics understood. Pain is the first sign of rebirth. Seneca fasted, Marcus trained in the cold. They deliberately stepped into discomfort to remind themselves, comfort is not the goal, virtue is, strength is, mastery is. Today your virtue is this: eliminate weakness in thought, in habit, in routine. Clean your space, remove the clutter, physical, digital, emotional. Delete the apps, block the sites, cut off the noise. If someone drains your spirit, set a boundary so sharp they cannot cross it without bleeding. This is your sacred ground now, and no one enters without permission. Write a letter to your old self. Thank them for what they survived. Forgive them for what they didn't know. But make it clear, you are done. That identity has expired. That story is over. And then burn that letter too, because ashes are fertile ground for rebirth. From this moment forward, you must act as if there is no going back. There is only forward. Every decision, every action, every breath you take must now align with the identity you are crafting. This is not theory, this is practice. It is the Stoic path. Transformation through action, not contemplation. When doubt returns, and it will, remind yourself, I am not that person anymore. You have crossed a threshold. You are on the other side of the fire now. And no one, not even your past self, is allowed to follow. Day 2. Physical reinvention. If the body is weak, the mind suffers. If the body is undisciplined, the will cannot command. If you wish to transform, your body must become the altar upon which the old self is sacrificed and the new self is forged. Today you take back control of your physical being. This is not about chasing aesthetics, though strength and beauty will come. This is about sovereignty, embodiment, alignment. It's about bringing your actions, your appearance, and your very presence into harmony with the identity you declared yesterday. Let me be brutally clear. If your posture is slouched, your inner life is burdened. If your movements are sluggish, your thoughts are slow. If your body feels fragile, your confidence will always be conditional. A disciplined body builds an unconquerable mind. The Stoics knew this well. Marcus Aurelius led armies. Seneca embraced voluntary hardship. Epictetus walked with a crippled leg and yet never yielded to weakness. They all understood, comfort is a slow poison. To train the body is to train the soul in endurance, resilience, and inner power. You are what you tolerate in yourself. So today, stop tolerating decay. Stop excusing the soft, the lazy, the weak. The ritual of reclamation. First, move, sweat, strain. Feel the old version of you gasping for breath, and keep going. That voice that says, "This is enough," is not your ally. It is the echo of your old identity, begging for survival. Ignore it. Run until your lungs burn. Lift until your arms tremble. Stretch until the tightness surrenders. You are not working out. You are sculpting willpower in flesh. And don't say, "I'm not athletic." The body doesn't care about your narrative. It cares only about consistency. If you are older, walk farther, stretch deeper, breathe fuller. The Stoic warrior doesn't ask for youth or convenience, only for the chance to act with purpose. And every day your body moves with intention, you are already winning. Voluntary discomfort, the Stoic path to strength. Take cold showers, not for vanity, but to sharpen will. Fast, not to shrink your waistline, but to expand your mind. Feel hunger, and know you can master it. Feel fatigue, and walk another step. These are not punishments, they are reminders. You are not ruled by cravings. You are not ruled by weather, by pain, or by comfort. You rule you. The practice of premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of hardship, is not philosophy, it is preparation. When life strikes, you will not shatter. You've already trained in the storm. Rebuild from the inside out. Now, assess what fuels you. If you put poison into your body, sugar, alcohol, processed food. Don't be surprised when your focus is fogged and your discipline fails. Garbage in, chaos out. Today, you become a curator of your consumption. Water becomes sacred. Clean food becomes your ally. Eat with awareness, taste with gratitude, nourish like a warrior preparing for battle, not a consumer seeking escape. Mindless snacking? Dead. Late-night indulgence? Dead. This is not a diet, it's a ritual of identity. And just like your body, your surroundings must be stripped of clutter. Clean your room. Organize your kitchen. Empty your desk. Your physical environment must reflect your mental clarity. If your space is chaotic, your mind will be too. Carry yourself like the person you are becoming. Posture is a language. Body language is a prophecy. Stand tall, chin up, shoulders back. Not because someone told you to, but because you know exactly who you are becoming. Move like you've already arrived. Train like the world is watching. Rest not as reward, but as strategy. Take a photo of yourself today. You'll want to remember this version, because in 1 week you will not recognize them. Final command for day 2. Craft your new physical identity with brutal consistency. Design a routine, not optional, daily. Choose a discipline, strength training, running, calisthenics, walking, stretching. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's non-negotiable. Set your diet with clarity. Cut the rot, fuel the fire. Hydrate relentlessly. Sleep like a tactician, not a tourist. Track everything. Progress is now your currency. You are rebuilding the temple. This body is your proof of devotion to a higher version of you. By the end of today, let there be no doubt. The old you cannot survive in this new flesh. Day 3. Mental upgrade. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Your body may be your armor, but your mind, that is the throne. No matter how strong your muscles become, no matter how sharp your appearance is, if your thoughts are polluted, you remain a prisoner. A beautifully decorated cage is still a cage. Today, we rise above. Today, you will begin the most profound transformation of all, the rewiring of your inner world. Because the truth is harsh but liberating. Your reality is not shaped by your circumstances. It's shaped by your perception of them. And your perception is not divine law, it's software, and it can be reprogrammed. Expose the programming. Every thought, every reaction, every belief you hold today was planted at some point by your family, your culture, your failures, your fears. You've internalized rules like, I'm not good with people, I always mess things up, I'm just not that type of person. None of these are truths, they're scripts. And the danger? You've lived them so long you forgot they were optional, but no more. Today, you stop running these scripts blindly. You will expose every single belief you hold that limits you, and you will interrogate it like a philosopher and destroy it like a warrior. Ask yourself, who told me I couldn't? Why do I believe this? What if this was never true to begin with? Write them down, then rewrite them. Replace I'm not disciplined with I am becoming ruthlessly focused. I always fail with I learn faster than most. I can't change with I am already changing right now. Language matters. Words shape identity. Every time you speak, you're casting a vote for who you believe you are. So from now on, speak only like someone who respects themselves. Train the mind as you train the body. A warrior sharpens his blade every day, not just when he's in battle. Your mind is no different. And like a muscle, it can grow, or it can atrophy. So today, you will begin a daily practice of deliberate mental training. 1. Meditation. Not to calm down, but to build command. Sit, breathe, watch your thoughts arise, and refuse to chase them. Train yourself to stay still, in discomfort, in boredom, in silence, because the world is chaotic, and those who cannot still their minds are forever at the mercy of it. 2. Journaling. Your thoughts become visible the moment you write them. Each night, ask yourself, what did I tolerate today that I shouldn't have? What did I do that aligned with the person I'm becoming? Where did I shrink when I could have stepped forward? This is how you build internal accountability. This is how you track evolution. 3. High-minded input. Stop feeding your mind garbage. No more mindless scrolling, outraged news, shallow entertainment. From now on, everything you consume must reinforce your new identity. Read books on philosophy, history, war, strategy. Listen to voices that sharpen your thinking, not dull it. Surround yourself with content and people that challenge your weakness, not comfort it. Embrace the flame of adversity. The Stoics didn't chase comfort, they chased clarity. To them, hardship was not punishment, it was training. Seneca practiced sleeping on the floor to remind himself he could endure loss. Epictetus was born a slave, physically crippled, yet mentally unbreakable. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet journaled daily to conquer his own ego and doubt. Their lesson: you are not entitled to ease. You are entitled to discipline, character, and choice. When adversity comes, you will not ask, "Why me?" You will whisper, "Good, let this forge me." This is the practice of amor fati, love of fate. The Stoic doesn't wish for a smoother path. He sharpens his blade and walks through fire. Kill the inner noise. You want to change? Then it's time to murder the voice in your head that sounds like weakness. The one that says, "Maybe later, I can't, what if I fail?" No, silence it. Replace it. Your new voice is clear. I will. I adapt. I move forward, regardless. Every time you override fear with action, you are not just making progress, you are rewiring who you are. You are training your mind to respond with courage instead of hesitation. You are becoming a weapon. Live as if you already are. Here's the paradox. You don't change and then act like the new version of yourself. You act like the new version of yourself and your mind adapts to match. Act as if this is not fantasy. This is psychology. Walk today as if you already carry the self-respect you're seeking. Speak as if your words carry weight. Decide as if you are a sovereign being who needs no permission. Your brain responds to identity first, motivation second. So choose your identity, then act like it's already real. Do this long enough, and your past will no longer recognize you. Final command for day 3. Today, the work is mental. Audit every belief. Kill weak language. Meditate for control. Journal for clarity. Consume only the highest information. Act now, not when you feel ready. You are not your past. You are not your fears. You are not the stories you've told yourself for safety. You are the author now. And this chapter, it begins with fire and ends with freedom. Day 4. Social presence and command. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. Let's speak plainly. The way the world treats you is, in large part, a reflection of how you carry yourself. You want to be respected? Move like someone who respects themselves. You want to be heard? Speak like someone who is worth listening to. You want presence? Then stop shrinking. Today is about command, not over others, but over your signal. The way your energy enters a room, the weight of your silence, the authority in your posture, your eyes, your tone. We are not chasing charisma here. We are cultivating undeniable presence. What you project, you permit. Here is the brutal truth. If people overlook you, it's because you've trained them to. If they interrupt you, ignore you, dismiss you, it's because your presence gave them permission. Presence isn't about being loud. It's about being grounded. It's not dominance, it's certainty. And certainty is magnetic. From this day forward, you will no longer allow the external world to define your worth. You broadcast it, you radiate it, you set the terms of how you are perceived, not through arrogance, but but through alignment. Command begins in the body. Before you speak a word, your body has already made the first impression. And most people, they fold. Today, you unfurl. Posture, straight spine, shoulders back, chin level. You are not trying to look confident. You are declaring, without words, I belong here. Gaze. Stop darting your eyes. Stop scanning for approval. When you speak to someone, anchor your gaze. Be present. Be still. Breath. The Stoics mastered breath as the gateway to clarity. Before any interaction, center yourself. One deep inhale. Slow exhale. Let your nervous system follow your command. Practice standing in front of a mirror today. Watch your stillness. Adjust every micro movement. You are sculpting signal, not for vanity, for alignment. Speak like a leader, not a reactor. Most people speak to fill silence, but those who command, they speak to direct energy. From this moment on, eliminate filler words like, you know, cut qualifiers, maybe, kind of, I'm not sure, but. Replace soft uncertainty with decisive precision. When you speak, mean every word, not just in content but in tone. Silence is power. Use it. Pause before you respond. Let your words land. Let others feel the weight of your presence in the spaces between your sentences. As Seneca taught, speech that's restrained is better than speech that's excessive. Let your words become fewer but sharper, like a blade drawn only when necessary. Presence is energy, not volume. People don't just listen to you, they feel you. Your presence isn't created through performance, it's radiated from inner coherence. If you walk into a room filled with self-doubt, apology, and mental noise, you'll blend into the background. But walk in anchored, clear and calm, and suddenly you become the axis, others rotate around. A great man is he who in the midst of the crowd keeps with perfect sweetness the independence of solitude. Emerson. That is Stoic presence. Unshaken, composed, focused. Practice this today. Enter a space with slow, deliberate movement. Say little, observe much. Let your energy lead. Let your silence become a mirror. Upgrade the external without obsession. Your appearance is not vanity, it's signal clarity. If your grooming is sloppy, if your clothes are careless, if your scent is forgettable, what message are you transmitting? People judge by what they see. Accept this, use it, refine it. Dress with intention. Not to impress others, but to reflect your internal transformation. Groom yourself as if you respect the vessel you've been given. Carry yourself like someone whose time is valuable, whose life has direction. This isn't about fashion, it's about congruence. The outside must mirror the inside. Presence requires emotional mastery. A Stoic commands their presence because they command their state. The world will test you. Chaos will enter the room. Someone will try to provoke you, to dominate the conversation, to throw you off center. You will not bite. You will breathe. You will listen. You will choose your response, because presence is stillness in motion, power under control. Practice premeditatio malorum before every key interaction. Imagine the challenge. See the interruption. Anticipate the disrespect. And prepare your posture, tone, and presence to remain immovable. That is real command. Shape how the world reflects you. Every interaction is an opportunity to teach people who you are, not by telling them, but by being it. You are not invisible. You are not too much. You are not just anything. You are exact. You are chosen. You are becoming a force that others feel the moment you enter a space. This is the power of embodied virtue. Not performance, not dominance, but the still presence of someone who has done the internal work and wears it like an invisible crown. Final command for day 4. Audit your posture, tone, and presence today. Practice silence. Speak only when your words carry weight. Refine your appearance to reflect your highest identity. Anchor yourself with breath before every interaction. Train yourself to enter any room with grounded command. From today on, you do not beg to be seen. You arrive. You exist with purpose. You carry gravity. This is the art of social presence, not as performance, but as power under perfect control. Day 5. Relentless Execution. You should not talk about what a good man is. You should be one. Marcus Aurelius. Enough thinking, enough reading, enough preparing. Today we crush the addiction to planning and replace it with the only thing that separates the extraordinary from the average. Relentless execution. You want to become someone new? You want to be feared by your doubt, respected by your peers, and trusted by yourself? Then move. Because no matter how many books you read, how much you journal, how well you meditate, nothing changes if you don't execute. The great lie, I need more time. Let's destroy the biggest delusion that's held you back. The belief that the right moment is coming. It's not. The stars will not align. The fear will not vanish. The doubts won't disappear because you asked politely. If anything, they grow stronger the longer you wait. And the cost? Each day of hesitation cements the old version of you deeper into place. Execution is the axe that breaks the shell. It's not glamorous, it's not poetic, it's messy, uncertain, uncomfortable, and absolutely necessary. Hesitation is a thief. Hesitation is not neutral. It doesn't keep you safe. It steals momentum, confidence, and your own self-respect. Every time you say, I'll do it later, I'm still researching, let me get everything perfect first, you are training your brain to betray action. Meanwhile, those with less talent, less experience, and more courage are leaving you behind. Let that burn. The Stoic way. Act without apology. To the Stoics, virtue is not what you believe, it's what you do. Action is the highest expression of wisdom. Seneca wrote, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. But opportunity doesn't knock, it waits for those who are already moving. So today, you become the one who moves first. You take the shot. You make the call. You launch the idea. You say what needs to be said. You take the leap while still feeling fear, because that is what it means to live free. Execution is a skill. Train it. You're not bad at taking action. You're just untrained. And like any skill, this one grows with pressure. So apply it. Every single day. Start where you are. Pick one thing, that email, that workout, that uncomfortable decision, and do it before your brain can negotiate. Don't overthink. Don't count down. Don't wait for energy, because movement creates clarity. Movement creates energy. And in that forward motion you become a different person. One who doesn't flinch, doesn't stall, and doesn't fold under pressure. Live by the sword of responsibility. No one is coming to save you. No one owes you progress. No one will hand you the life you want. And if that terrifies you, good. Let it sober you. Let it awaken the part of you that's been asleep, behind routines, behind comfort, behind theory. You are responsible, completely, not for what happens to you, but for how you respond, how you act, how you build. This is the Stoic code. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond. Epictetus. Execution is your response to life. It's how you speak back to pain, to doubt, to mediocrity. Not with words, but with decisive movement. The cost of inaction is your soul. Understand this. Inaction isn't peace, it's corrosion. The more you avoid the hard thing, the louder your inner voice whispers. You're not ready. You're not capable. You're not real. And soon, you start believing it. But here's the truth. The only way to believe in yourself, truly, is to give yourself reasons to. Execution is self-respect in motion. Every step forward is a declaration. I keep my word. I am not theory. I am real. Build momentum, like a warrior. Don't wait for motivation. Build systems that force you forward. Create a checklist of 3 non-negotiable actions every day. Track your progress obsessively. Announce your goals to someone who will hold you accountable. Celebrate completion, not perfection. Your execution muscle grows with use. What feels unnatural today will feel automatic in a week if you persist. The Stoic blueprint for relentless action. Premeditatio malorum. Anticipate the obstacles, don't be surprised. Be prepared. Dichotomy of control. Act only on what's within your reach and release the rest. Amor fati. Love what happens even when it's brutal. Find growth in the discomfort. Memento mori. Remember, you are not promised tomorrow. Stop wasting today. Final command for day 5. Take one bold action you've been putting off. Do it now, not tomorrow. Let discomfort be your training ground. Review your day nightly. What you executed, what you delayed, what you will improve. Build forward momentum. Stack wins, even small ones. You are no longer a dreamer. You are no longer a philosopher without deeds. You are a builder, a doer, a commander. Relentless execution is your religion now. Let the world feel the tremors of a life that moves with precision and purpose. This is how greatness begins, not with vision, but with action. Day 6. Build a personal system. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. James Clear. By now you've burned the old self. You've forged the body. You've upgraded the mind. You've begun to move with power and command. But today is the day that determines whether this transformation becomes your new life or just a temporary surge of effort. Today we talk about systems, not motivation, not feelings, not discipline alone. Invisible structures that decide your future, whether you're aware of them or not. Motivation is a liar. Let's be brutally honest. Motivation is a child. It comes and goes, throws tantrums, gets sleepy, wants comfort. You cannot build greatness on that. What you need is a system, a rhythm so well designed, so tightly calibrated, that your success becomes inevitable, regardless of how you feel. The Stoics never waited to feel ready. They built routines aligned with their virtues. They made action non-negotiable. They structured their days like warriors preparing for war, even in times of peace. That's your task now. What is a system? A system is not a to-do list. It's not a goal. It's not a fleeting burst of energy. A system is the architecture of your future. It's the scaffolding you hang your identity on. It's the rules you live by, not when you're inspired, but especially when you're not. A system decides what time you wake up, what happens first, what you eat, what you track, what gets ignored, what's non-negotiable, what your fallback plan is when life gets messy. It's not sexy, it's not dramatic, but it's how you win. Designing a Stoic system. The Stoics didn't believe in chaos. They believed in order, in simplicity, in self-mastery through rhythm. 1. Start with anchors. Your day must begin and end with intention. Morning ritual. A set of non-negotiables that center you. Breathwork, movement, planning, silence, journaling. It should not depend on how you feel. It should begin before the world's noise enters. Evening ritual. Reflect. Realign. Shut down distractions. Prepare for tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius wrote nightly in Meditations. This was not art, it was architecture. 2. Batch and block. Your time must be pre-owned. No more fitting things in. You schedule what matters and cut everything else. Block focused time for deep work. Group similar tasks. Eliminate distractions at the root, not with willpower, but with systems. Delete the app, block the site, put the phone in another room. 3. Create triggers. Link new habits to existing ones. Meditate right after brushing your teeth. Stretch after your workout. Journal after your last sip of water each night. Stack actions. Build momentum. Reduce friction. Eliminate decision fatigue. Every unnecessary choice is a leak in your energy tank. Every time you ask, should I work out today, or what should I eat, you've already lost ground. From today onward, decide once, automate the rest. Pre-plan your meals, pre-schedule your workouts. Use the same playlist, wear the same gym clothes, set the same environment. You are no longer improvising your life, you are engineering it. Accountability by acceleration. Systems are strengthened by accountability. Tell someone your goals. Share your daily checklist. Use apps, trackers, whiteboards. Create consequences for failure, not punishment, but friction. Something to make, slippage, costly. You don't need more inspiration, you need pressure that moves you forward. Fortify against chaos. The Stoics knew life would get messy. That's why they practiced premeditatio malorum, imagining adversity in advance so they could meet it with grace, not panic. You must do the same. Build fail-safes into your system. If your workout is cancelled, what's your at-home version? If you oversleep, what's the minimum ritual you never skip? If you're traveling, what's the mobile version of your routine? This isn't weakness, it's adaptability. Discipline without flexibility is fragile. A true system bends but never breaks. Refinement is the secret weapon. No system is perfect from day one, but the Stoic doesn't abandon the path. He refines it. Each week ask, what worked? What wasted energy? What friction can be removed? What can be simplified? Then update the system. Your system is alive. It evolves with you. It becomes smarter, tighter, sharper, just like your mind and your body. The hidden gift, freedom. People think structure is restrictive, but here's the paradox. Structure is what sets you free. When your habits are automated, your mind is free to create. When your time is pre-choned, your energy flows without leak. When your system carries you, you don't need to force momentum, you ride it. Discipline is not the opposite of freedom. It is the path to it. Final command for day 6. Design your daily non-negotiables, morning and night. Build a system that survives low energy, stress, chaos. Use accountability tools. Measure everything. Refine weekly. Adjust without emotion. Let your default mode be progress. From today on, you are not a leaf in the wind. You are the architect. You are the clockmaker. You are the silent strategist who no longer relies on hype, hope, or willpower. Your system is your fortress. Build it, strengthen it, live inside it. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Epictetus, you made it. 7 days ago you stood at the edge, weary of who you were, yet unsure of what lay ahead. You were a collection of potential, burdened by old patterns and stale narratives. But now you've walked through fire. You have burned the past. You have disciplined the body. You have forged the mind. You have spoken with power. You have moved with intent. You have built systems instead of depending on moods. Today is not about more change. Today is about cementing the change until your new self is no longer something you're becoming, but something you are. The mind will try to reclaim the familiar. Even now, especially now, your old self will whisper, it's okay to slip. You've done enough. Let's just rest here. Don't fall for it, because this isn't a finish line. This is a threshold. And on the other side, the rest of your life, built on the foundation of 7 days of absolute clarity and power. But for it to hold, for your transformation to become your default, you must lock it in. Identity is repetition plus decision. Your identity is not fixed. It's a pattern, a rhythm. And now you choose to consciously reinforce it until it becomes reflex. So today, ask yourself, what does the highest version of me tolerate? What do they say no to, even when it's tempting? What routines protect their power? What environment feeds their clarity? Then act. Not as a one-time burst, but as a declaration of permanence. Write the new code. You're not done, you're just upgraded. And upgraded systems require new operating principles. So today you write your personal philosophy. What do you now stand for? What do you refuse to become again? What principles guide your decisions, especially when no one's watching? Write it down. Burn it into your journal, your walls, your bloodstream. This is your constitution. And from this day forward, every choice, every habit, every breath must align with that document, or it is a betrayal. Set the long-term vision. Don't stop at 7 days. Zoom out. Ask yourself, where will I be in 30 days? Who will I become in 6 months? What will I be unrecognizable as 1 year from now? This is how your identity solidifies with scale. You're not just building a better week, you're constructing a lifetime blueprint. Make your goals systems-based, not just outcome-based. Not I will lose weight, but I train daily like a warrior. Not I want to be confident, but I speak with clarity and walk with command. Not I hope I stay consistent, but my system runs even on low-energy days. Fortify your environment ruthlessly. You are not just a mind in a vacuum. You are a system in a world of noise. So protect your momentum. Clean your space. Keep it optimized for focus and presence. Audit your relationships. Distance is discipline. If someone pulls you back toward the old self, release them. Control your inputs. If it weakens you, drains you, distracts you, remove it. No compromise, no apologies. This is not selfish, it's strategic spiritual warfare. You are defending your transformation, legacy over ego. The ego will tempt you to prove this transformation to others. Don't let your life prove it. Let the results speak in silence. Let your presence say everything. The Stoic doesn't need applause. He needs alignment and legacy. So live for your future self. Live for the unseen, the steady, the internal empire that outlasts every mood, every season, every storm. Final command for day 7. Write your new identity code. Post it somewhere you'll see daily. Refine your 30, 60, 90-day goals based on who you are now, not who you were. Audit your space, your people, your inputs, and eliminate what weakens you. Then anchor your routines. Ritualize your strength. Make it non-negotiable. Reflect every week. Ask, am I still aligned? From this point forward, there are only 2 paths. 1. Regression. The quiet death of potential through distraction and softness. 2. Reinforcement. The rise of a new force that no longer breaks, no longer bends, and no longer apologizes for its intensity. You have already become someone else. Now, live like it, breathe like it, build from it. The world doesn't need more potential. It needs more people who execute the truth they've seen. You have seen it. You can't unsee it. There is no turning back. Become unrecognizable and never return. You began this journey with a question. Can I change? Now, that question is no longer relevant because you didn't just change. You chose. You chose discipline over delay, clarity over chaos, action over theory, virtue over comfort. And in doing so, you crossed an invisible threshold, one that most people will never even see, let alone step over. You shed the skin of the person who once hesitated. You burned the blueprint of your former self. You wrote a new name into your nervous system, through blood, through silence, through sweat, through will. And now here you stand, unrecognizable to the world, to your past, even to your own reflection. This is not a game, this is not a phase, this is not a 7-day challenge. This is rebirth, and rebirth is irreversible. But now comes the greater test, because here's the truth. What you've done is rare, but what you do next will define everything. Most people will wake up tomorrow and return to who they were the day before. They'll let the gravity of comfort pull them back into sleepwalking. They'll wait for inspiration again. They'll crumble under inconsistency, but not you, because once you have tasted self-respect born from action, once you've felt your own power return to your hands, you cannot unknow it. You now carry a sacred responsibility to protect the version of yourself you've fought to create, to never again trade strength for approval, to never again choose softness when courage is required. You now have the blueprint. It's all here, not in these words, but in your new habits. Not in the philosophy, but in how you breathe, speak, walk, eat, train, write, rest. The Stoic doesn't merely know, the Stoic becomes. And now, so do you. Last command. From this day forward, don't explain yourself. Let your life become the answer. Don't prove your worth. Let your actions become the proof. Don't break the chain. Let each day strengthen the last. When people ask what happened to you, smile. Not because you've changed, but because you've returned to who you were always meant to be. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. Become unshakable, become undeniable, become unrecognizable, and never look back.